Thieves are going to need to win the map to stay alive in this series, and let's face it, to stay alive in ESL Pro League Season 12 and make it possible to reach playoffs.
Whoever takes this game away is going to be in that position where they're actually going to be in the middle of the group trying to fight for that fourth position. But if you drop this game, you're pretty much done and dusted, exactly like you said, Jordan. Cloud9 already up 1-0, moving on to a pretty strong-looking map for them if we're going to go off what we saw against Liquid. They've taken this long control. They're starting out on this T side. Going to chuck out these cross smokes now.
Liaz is firing a few shots in the direction of Cloud9, but they're playing quite quickly. They're moving up onto the A bomb site already, and he might get collapsed upon, which he does. MOTM finding that entry for Cloud9, and then some. Azza and Jacob remain for the Thieves to try and salvage anything out of this round. But a 2-on-4 with the rotate still coming in. Such is the pace of Cloud9 that the advantage they've given themselves is astronomical. Jacob and Azza slow things down, but they will want to be speeding things up in just a moment because they are running out of time. Azza gets one on long, but Jacob goes down in the meanwhile, and that's that. Cloud9 win another pistol.
Just some superior aggression, and again, those Glocks in the hands of Cloud9 are looking so damn dangerous. It happened on Vertigo, but even on Vertigo, they had a man disadvantage for the post plant. They're just so good at getting onto site, getting that bomb planted on these pistol rounds, and again, let's see what 100 Thieves can do. We're going to go for the double scout today. Grat and Az are picking up those. JKS with the CZ. And Jacob Liaz just with some util, deagles, and armor.
Yeah, Cloud9 just have such good pistol strats, man. Another example of that, just a pretty popular set of utilities being used quite effectively. Did just get the cross smokes out. Molotov over the top of that skybox towards short, and the flashes over car. Now into this anti-force from Cloud9. They have once again taken that long control.
Double scout for 100 Thieves. Definitely not a terrible purchase on a map like Dust2, and this is why. Long angles, good shot from Azza. Looking to find a couple more and has the chance, but OC cleans him up. Binks coming through from that Galil. JKS also falls to the AK of MOTM, and Cloud9 make their way back onto the site with Liaz cowering away behind the boxes in the cutout.
Yeah, he's sitting in that wizard position. Let's see if he can try to be a bit of a wizard himself as 100 Thieves start to creep up this elevator spot.
Boost for Gratisfaction, actually. It's going to be the boost for Jacob, and that works out quite nicely. Liaz also takes the timing to peek and has success. That's the end of Gratisfaction and Liaz, though, and it'll be Jacob to follow, much the same fashion. Cloud9 do lose a few guns, but they win the round, and that's acceptable.
Not too bad at all. They have dealt with that anti-force quite nicely. Only 2 players surviving, but now heading into this anti-eco, if they can keep more guns alive than that, they should be looking pretty good. At least in terms of the money.
So I just want everyone at home to play a game with us. Can you please get that player profile pic of MOTM, but then add a beard to it so it's more accurate? Because at the moment, he's just rocking that absolute slogger of a beard. Now looks like over towards long 100 Thieves. They've got Azza at the ready. 2 flashes to send the Thieves around the corner. OC could be caught off guard. That's going to be the contact flashes coming in. OC can't see a thing. But still, C9, mop it up. Sonic with the double. JKS trying to get anything done. As it comes in, doesn't want to bait the boys. Gets at least, well, 3 kills, so not too bad considering it was a 25-second round.
Yeah, I can't really complain about that too much for 100 Thieves, but I like the setup for Cloud9 as well. A couple of players ready to get the trades should the initial guy get flashed, and it works pretty nicely for Cloud9. They never looked like they were in a position to lose that round, despite losing quite a few kills.
Well, but yeah, tag those photos with hashtag ESL Pro League so we can find them easily, and we'll rate them 8 out of 8.
Okay.
All of them 8 out of 8?
Yeah, out of 8. 8 is the maximum.
How can you? How can you decide what you're going to rate them before you've even seen them?
Because anyone that's playing along is an absolute top bloke or Sheila.
Well, bit of utility in towards that B site, and Cloud9 going to do this same strat they did against Liquid. It's the initial utility into B, but both of those picks go the way of 100 Thieves, actually, and now Cloud9 scrambling out of mid to try and get on the B bomb site.
Yeah, have a look at the positioning, though, for the CT side. They're starting to rotate in through CT. Floppy nearly gets both the entries. JKS actually ends up dropping to MOTM. But it is the 1-on-2. OC could definitely make this one happen. Has been good so far today for Cloud9, and the retake to come from Gratisfaction and Liaz. Both through the smoke. Should be tradable for Liaz before OC can get another shot off, and it is. So that's the round for the CT side.
Yeah, solid spacing, solid teamwork, just going in together. And OC on the AWP. They know that he's not going to have the greatest potential to go for the trade, just assuming he hasn't swapped over to a rifle instead. However, there it is. AWP carried across, Liaz last alive. But that's going to affect the economy very heavily. We might actually see C9 go for a force off the back of this loss.
Double spam straight through the upper tunnel smoke. That's what feels bad for Cloud9. Looked like they were setting up for a pretty decent approach into that B site. But unfortunately lose some of those first picks just getting spammed through a smoke. Now they will reinvest into this round, although a couple of them have to go down to pistols for Cloud9. But like we saw from that last round, 100 Thieves only surviving with one player means their money is very shaky, right on the breaking point.
Slower approach now from C9. Just waiting here in upper dark for an overextension. It's just a matter of time. Will Jacob be given anything here, or does C9 just wait, hold, go for the exit? Looks like it's going to be the regroup, 5 men of upper dark, just making sure all the boys are here, ready to go out, single file through the tunnel. And it's going to be Jacob very isolated here over towards B. Azza needs to start to get his running shoes on. Oh, maybe a one-way not spotted just yet. Jacob here from the gate, and he's going to find the double already. Bomb on the ground. They have to try to deal with it. Great counter utility coming in. 100 Thieves. Huge support as Sonic here fighting for car. Going to be traded out. JKS through the window. OC again in the 1v2. Can he clutch it this time?
The round is not yet won for 100 Thieves. It's the exact same situation we saw before. Gratisfaction and Liaz the 2. OC the single player for Cloud9. But things do change up a little bit. He's not committed to the B bomb site. He's got time and he's on that rotate. Liaz is going to be watching mid, but OC will be able to creep past, keeping his head down, unspotted for now. And will make his way toward the A bomb site. No info for 100 Thieves.
Oh, maybe Liaz actually does spot him on the cross.
We'll call for the early rotate, which is at least good news for 100 Thieves. They're getting that info early on in the piece and give themselves an extra, 5 seconds or so to play with on this defuse. Where does OC go from here? It's down toward long, and that'll probably be where 100 Thieves are expecting him to be. But he faces on short, and Gratisfaction cops a bunch of bullets. Liaz good for the trade, though. We'll pick the AWP back up, and that's a sense of deja vu, isn't it? Gratisfaction leading the charge, leaving Liaz to get the trade. Ends up being one player alive for 100 Thieves. It's a round, but again, it's an expensive one.
That's going to be a recurring theme. And will we see C9 buy up again and just keep pushing the fact, forcing the matter until they maybe get one of these rounds over the line with 100 Thieves with a broken economy?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to force, but maybe like a half buy. C9 pretty good on those half buy, pistol armor buys where they have like a bit of util to work with. Can get a fair amount of damage done, but you wouldn't get much more value out of fully committing to a buy here because you'd probably have to go down to pistol armor anyway with full util or maybe some Galils. So better to just, invest in a couple of pistols, try to get some damage done, and then go to the full buy next round. Interestingly enough from Cloud9 this round, it's not one of their very, very effective force buys where they actually throw and execute. They're just going to go for some deagles and some smokes. Just try to rely on hitting a couple of crisp 1 deags to do a bit of damage to the economy of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, just looking to go with a little tunnel here, pushing the CTs out at mid, but C9 looking like they might just reroute back towards short. Pick onto Azza though, so there's the numbers advantage.
Health advantage is not quite there though, Mac, unfortunately, and Sonic is going to lose his life. Liaz here holding on to the bomb site and should have a pretty easy mop-up on the majority. Good spray down, transfers that over to JT. USP out, actually doesn't get the job done onto MOTM or OC, and now Cloud9 able to put some damage into the remaining CTs. MOTM only 1 HP. And he can't hold on to things there against Jacob, but a little bit too close for comfort for me. And I'm sure the same can be said for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it's job done with the Deagles, really. Taking 3 of those guns away from 100 Thieves, that round got very, very dicey. That keeps 100 Thieves money right on the breaking point, and now Cloud9 going to go in with the full buy into this round. If they can convert, they will force 100 Thieves on a hard reset. They don't have any loss bonus left over now on that CT side, so you're going to see like a bunch of CTs with about 1,400 bucks in the bank account if they lose this round. Now the long take coming out and a recontest from Grat. It is only a 1-for-1.
Liaz going to be getting a free haircut there as well. So trades it long, but C9 end up with the map control. Grat gives it, doesn't want to hang around like a bad smell with all that utility that he could be using. Sonic showing some presence at mid with that doors smoke, and off the back of that actually reaggresses towards upper dark. Now speaking of Azar, good placement on the nade, but it doesn't hit anything. Sonic comes forward too far, and it looks like it's going to be the flash into short. JT and Floppy just looking to trade this one through, but there is 3 men gazing in this direction. Flash comes in. Azar, that's the perfect timing. The lineup, it's good. It's better.
Yes.
3 for him. AK retrieved, and now it's Sonic versus 100 Thieves.
That was really nice for Azar. Can't actually get the 4th to finish things off onto Sonic, so still a little bit of pain to be had for 100 Thieves, but as long as Sonic doesn't make this one too close, they'll finally get themselves a fairly confident round. Gratisfaction is watching that cross with the AWP at the moment and should be able to lock this one down. Off we go, though. Sonic starting to work his way up. They want to get that double pick going on. JKS drops, but Gratisfaction trades down, and that's fine for 100 Thieves.
That was some vintage Azar. Haven't seen that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just the flash timing into the double spray down. The vintage Azar part of it was the repeat. Sure, those kills are fine, but this repeat, when you just see someone just dry repeat into the double pink, you love to see it. Well, now Cloud9 going to take yet another save. A handful of pistols, try to inflict some more damage on 100 Thieves' economy, which still hasn't built up because every single one of these rounds is just so damn close.
Nade out the doors. That's a perfect timing for it as well. JKS only able to get a single there, but big damage onto MOTM as well as Floppy. Azar comes in to clean things up. Janitorial duties ticked off the list now, and it's OC in a 1v4, P250, and he's just trying to get the round over and done with. They know that he's coming out from lowers, as it's just a firing squad facing him there. 100 Thieves send it over to 5 on the board.
There's a tech timeout for Cloud9. That was a much less good round from them in terms of getting those pistol kills and getting some damage done on the CT economy.
Did you find out if that was a Dragon Ball, by the way?
I did. I spoke to Gomez, and he told me that it was just a basketball.
Ah.
Like a fun one, he said. So I guess
a fun one.
it's not
Maybe
a real basketball.
Like a plushy one, or like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Do you think he throws it at the boys if they don't perform?
I reckon if they lose a clutch, bang,
Mm.
right on the head.
Sitting behind Gratisfaction.
Tough love.
Got to be cruel to be kind, you know.
Maybe he needs to change rooms.
Going to the
Putting a lot of pressure on Grat.
Fortnite
He's
room.
just looking at...
There
Look,
he
he's
is.
just staring at him.
They're all in there, aren't they? I think they're in one long room.
I'm pretty sure they're all in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You turn around, you see that, you're like, oh, I got to play a bit better. Fear the ball.
Instead of the do not peek bat, it's the do not peek ball.
He does look quite menacing with that mask on, I will say.
He does. It's like Bane.
Ooh, big damage from that nade. MOTM. Great catch.
It's an interesting setup from 100 Thieves. They've been putting Grat over towards long quite regularly to AWP into those doors. And this round he's found a pick off of it. So leaving your AWPer to AWP towards the long doors rather than Car and a double rifle setup towards Goose and Ramp is something that's not too common. But it seems like it's working quite well for 100 Thieves.
And it will continue to work quite well, as has got himself another freebie. This is not at all going to plan for Cloud9. The ideal storyline for them is win Vertigo in a close fashion, which they were able to do, and then trounce 100 Thieves here on Dust2, similar to what they were able to achieve against Liquid yesterday. But 100 Thieves are throwing a spanner in the works. and they'll continue to do so. This looks like it should be a round for them. Azza really stepping up at the moment. He's 11-7 now, trying to hang on to the bomb site. Will lose his teammate in Elias, but takes the peak at the perfect time and gets himself another 4K.
Huge.
Azza is going insane at the moment.
Oh, it's premium Azza back. I haven't. When was the last time I saw Azza playing like this, man?
It's been a while. It happens on the odd occasion, but a lot of the time, you know, having a call now, you just see him focusing way too much on the bigger picture rather than his own gameplay.
Yeah,
and today, he's just bringing it back. Vintage.
I think he's still solid, you know. I think he's still kind of a player you can rely on to get that one kill you need him to. But this is the different kind of Azza where he's like multi-fragging, he's re-peaking, he's taken over the game.
Definitely looks like it's all coming together for 100 Thieves at the moment on Dust2. It's a far sight from what we saw on Vertigo, which is going to be a welcome relief for the Australian and New Zealand fans. But certainly not what Cloud9 was hoping for. They were in for an easy day until 100 Thieves started to show up on Dust2. Ratisfaction has a bit of aim prac at the moment. Misses the third shot, but he's going to get the grenade through and the information across to his teammates. So should be a pretty routine round here for 100 Thieves in building the money back up again. They've had a lot of close rounds so far on that CT side, but this one, 5 guns alive, and now things are starting to really flourish in the bank account.
Oh, we actually missed that as well. So JT, he did it. The 007, Tond, James Tond. The initials there. Standing out. But he's on the board. He did get a kill in one of the last couple of rounds. However, let's see if C9 change it up. Again, just looking to use brute force off the spawns to go out long. Grat doesn't connect initially, but they spot Sonic isolated at blue now. Surely a molly comes in, but no. Okay, it's just flash from Azza to send the boys onto the line. MOTM, even though blinded, does manage to equalize. So now a dangerous situation for 100 Thieves on the A side as C9 start to speed up. Up short as well. Floppy having to go toe-to-toe with Azza right now is not a good prospect. Azza wins the duel, and he's just alphaing them there. It's JKS to land the shot, though.
Well, MOTM and JT still have a chance in the round, but I don't know if Azza's going to give it to them. He gets himself a double this time before falling. But JT needs to pull off something special for Cloud9 at the moment, and he's being wrapped upon by JKS. I think he might have been flashed actually there because he looked like he might have had obscured vision. JT can get a bomb plant down, and JKM, he's just out of here. Going to come back in through CT. JT certainly biding his time though. And that gives Jacob every chance to creep his way up. I wonder if JT expects him from here. Surely knows there's been time at least to allow that rotation across and starts to creep forward, looking for the player on short. He won't find him there, and Jacob banking on the shots, but JT, too sharp, gets the 2-on-1, and Cloud9, they're right back into the swing of things.
It's a big round from them. 100 Thieves do have the money to be able to recover from that, though, because they've been stringing these CT rounds together like crazy.
Oh, JT really with the golden eye on that one. But look, heading forward, he needs to continue this form to pick it up. Very fortunate to not be shot by Jacob at that moment. It was just a matter of timing. 100 Thieves still lead by 3. And again, it's going to be a bit of a battle at long in terms of 100 Thieves taking control. However, 3 players for C9 going to lowers. Economy not in the greatest position, so they've only got a few Galils on the board, buying around the AKs. Different approach this time.
Yeah, Cloud9 are just running their default. Nothing crazy. Taking this catwalk control now. Good flash. Deep and also over the top to push Grat off a couple of different lines, or even catch a rifler close to the right side. Gives Cloud9 that catwalk control. A lot of utility being held by 100 Thieves. We've got a minute on the clock and almost all of them have full nades.
Prog Smoke looking just to bait out some extra util now as C9 try to position to throw some extra flashes. Maybe try to go for the wrap. But it is going to be the double pump still, though. 2 mollies in the hands of 100 Thieves. Jacob and JKS just not being conditioned to throw them at Grat. Should be taking first contact here on the corner. Flash is going to be flooded through. He's actually spotted Sonic wrapping into the smoke now, and it's going to be full retake being played by 100 Thieves.
Yeah, not a bad choice, given it's a 4-on-5.
That's a stroke of genius for Grat. He's very much identified there that that progression smoke was so much earlier than the rest of the execute, and he actually waits for it to clear rather than falling onto a deep angle and catches one of them through the fading parts of it. Now the retake in from 100 Thieves using a lot of this utility.
With that advantage as well, they start to lead their way in. JKS at the front of the pack, at least from CT Spawn. It's Liaz who tries to get onto the bomb site, but that's not gone well. And Gratisfaction, how's he missed that first shot? Hits the flick, misses the easy one. Don't think it matters though. He wouldn't have had time to get OC, maybe still doesn't. And it's going to be the round for Cloud9. The shots come through, but favouring OC and C9. They begin to get some work done now on the T side. Money looking shaky for 100 Thieves.
Money looking shaky for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And 100 Thieves have identified that. They've gone straight into the buy here. Jacob's going to buy himself a Mag 7 for that B anchor roll. That was a, you know, very intelligent from Grat. A lot of people just take for granted, oh, the progression smoke's up. But he has that internal timer, you know, of how long that smoke's going to last for, and he's ready to position himself nicely. Now the take on long. 100 Thieves, they can't contest. They don't have either the weaponry or the utility to do anything about that. Can't fight it with an MP9 and CZ and one smoke. That's just not going to work. So now Cloud9, they're just going to keep things simple. Long take into the crossover smokes and take this A bomb site.
As
Are they?
might be able to find the timing through the smokes here. No, OC and Sonic, good coverage to keep it to the 3-on-3.
Not a great start to the round for Cloud9, but they stabilize things with those 2 frags, courtesy of OC and Sonic. Now another, as OC posts himself on that short line. The other 2 CTs are coming in through from CT Spawn. Jacob's going to jump up with the Mag 7, but has no success there, and JKS thinks better of it, probably likely saving this gun.
Looks like that's the case. C9 certainly aware. And OC may just be waiting for this exit to happen. That should be another one. It is on the board. OC with the quad to get 6 over the line for C9. And now they're knocking at the door of a tied up half. 7-7 could be on the cards.
Yeah, that breaks the money of 100 Thieves. Heading into round number 14, they will have to take a single save. And I think Cloud9, it's going very well for them. If you remember back to that Liquid game, the T side was the less solid of the 2 for Cloud9. The CT side, they had a really dominant run, and it was the better of the 2. Liquid getting a lot of clutches across the line. And similar to that game, it's been Cloud9 running a lot of execute-heavy plays and a lot of map control, and a lot of these rounds coming down to clutch situations or post-plants.
C9 going with an appropriate move this time. 4 men all together in a bit of a death ball, just trying to cover everything. JT making up for the missed shot from OC, and there's 2 picks already. Azza, Jacob and JKS, what have they got for us here? MOTM might be able to shut them all down. Always in a bit of an awkward crossfire. JKS with the P250, unable to tap ahead of JT. Coming up A-ramp, and that's going to be the equalizer. 7 apiece right now. Who will edge out in the lead for the final round of the half?
It's been a good fight from 100 Thieves, but again, doing similar to what Cloud9 did at the end of the first half of Vertigo, in that they've allowed their opponent back into the half. A little bit more so, to be fair, than what Cloud9 did to 100 Thieves, but even still, if 100 Thieves actually end up going down 8-7 in this half, it's going to probably be a bit of a disappointing result, given where they were.
Oh, what? I've never seen that before.
Grat loves little cheeky angles, doesn't he? He was a big proponent of that timing wallbang on Cache. Remember where you jump up into spawn and count down the timer?
Yeah.
He's always got these sort of tricky little things that he likes to do.
Yeah.
Was he the one that had that crazy angle on Mirage B site as well, from like on top of the box into market?
No, that was someone else
Chelios?
from Skyfire, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it's going to be a bit of a B hit coming out for C9. The lineup's there, and Jacob dealing with it perfectly. That's why C9 stopped going over towards B in the first place, and now they've remembered, but it's too late. OC 1v4, what have you got for us to send us into the half, mate?
Well, for all the pizzazz, Gratisfaction can't get too much done in that round. Still, it's won 400 Thieves, and they've got to be pleased with that. End of the day, 8-7 in the first half. Still a workable score for both teams.
Hope you learned your lesson, girl. I cannot teach anymore. Hope you show some faith in men. I am not like anyone. 'Cause I am over being sober with myself when I'm with you. I am over being something I am not. I'ma turn it to the man now. Hey, finna get my money, ain't no handout. Hey, finna be a legend like I'm playing now. Hey, I ain't tryna focus on my friends now. Huh? I'ma turn it to a man now. Hey, finna get my money, ain't no handout. Hey, finna be a legend like I'm playing now. Hey, I ain't gotta focus on my friends now. You just gotta love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta love yourself.
You thought that I was blind, but to be honest, I don't mind, 'cause I don't feel the same way I used to do. Every time I see you, I know the truth, 'cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you ran away. I've been living in the shadows for a while. Demons calling me from the afterlife. Dark doesn't face me anymore. I can see my tears into gold. Yeah, yeah. I don't care, no, I don't care. Yeah, yeah. I don't care, I said, 'cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words.
Well, 8-7 the scoreline out of that first half, and Cloud9, they sort of salvage things after 100 Thieves got off to a bit of a banger. Takes some of the wind out of the sails of 100 Thieves, but they do still manage to find that final round of the half and give themselves the lead headed into the second. Moving over to the CT side, though, the job is not yet done for either side, and the stakes are much higher for 100 Thieves, who, if they do drop this map, obviously drop the series.
I just want to point out, do you think we're going to see the same C9 approach as yesterday with that complete mid-aggression?
Yeah, why not? I mean, they did that on Vertigo as well.
Let's see how it goes on the first half at least. No push-up mid just yet from C9, so different approach, up short instead. Looks like they've done a different bit of homework, a bit of counter-stratting onto 100 Thieves.
Well, it will be the B hit. Just old mate out on an island, Mr. Floppy here. trying to hold off by himself, and he has rotated out. Modem, in the meanwhile, has found Azza over towards long, but 100 Thieves have taken full advantage of this open B bomb site, and will be getting the bomb down.
JT with 2 flashes to at least send the boys back in. 1 used to maybe get some info. Another remains. Now, C9, how do they send the boys in? Liaz, solid position here right next to the door as C9 just group up position.
Smolly. Very well timed from Liaz. Is going to keep Cloud9 at bay. They're going to have to push through the doors, or they're going to have to wait the molly out, at which point they start to run out of time. How much time do they really need, though? The question remains. As they jump into the site, Jacob and JKS start well. Liaz doing a bit of work at the end there. And as we speak about it, the time does run down for MOTM. He doesn't have the opportunity to win the round. Gratisfaction hits him with the headshot as well. And 100 Thieves off to a good start in the second half. Mac, you seem to like that one.
It was a sneaky catastrophe for C9 as Liaz was just able to sit there in the smoke and not be spotted for so long. And look, the trades ended up almost going the way of C9 in the end. MOTM and Floppy getting the few on the board, but the time was just ticked down too far. They didn't go through the smoke early enough, and, well, that was all she wrote. So 100 Thieves, at least with the T-pistol, might be able to capitalize here, but C9 have 4 stars. Oh, and that's a great way to kick things off.
All right. Grat's not going to be feeling too crash hot after that one. Bit of a headache, maybe.
Well, 100 Thieves going to employ a similar sort of approach to Cloud9 in an anti-force situation. Just try to get that long control, throw the cross smokes out, Molotov out some of these little annoying positions, and chuck some flashes over the top. Jacob has copped a tag from the scout on the way up to the bomb site, and Cloud9 have a lot of control of the map. Bomb plant does go down, and Cloud9 going to try and complete this retake. They have a couple smokes and flashes to get into the site, and they have a man advantage as well.
A couple of Mac 10s for 100 Thieves, though. Doesn't look too crash hot, I guess, with Cloud9 because they don't have too much armor. There's an initial shot, though, from JT, and now it's a 3-on-5. But here come the trades. Ends up being a little bit too easy for 100 Thieves once Cloud9 closed the distance.
Yeah, good peek at the same time just to kill all the CTs. Coming up elbow, Floppy, he's going to be spotted, but they know he's just got that scout to play with. Azza deals with him as he tries to go for the exit at the end, re-peeking into his death, and there it is. 10 on the board for 100 Thieves. Now with the 3-round lead, C9, yeah, they got some extra damage on the board, and it looks like they're just going to take the half buy, take a bit of a save, make sure that they can get OC with full utility and an AWP into the next round. And then that's where the game gets dangerous for 100 Thieves. 4-man boost up short for C9 now. Will they be met with anything? Doesn't look like it, as 100 Thieves have just sent their way out long. Path of least resistance at the moment. MOTM does spot it, but he doesn't call the troops back. It's going to be JKS here at Suicide. Gets his head ripped off by OC. Jacob at lowers, able to trade nicely, and this is looking like it could be all she wrote for the round. C9. See you later. Azza, he is on one today.
Got to give credit to 100 Thieves. I think they're a lot more switched on to this playstyle from Cloud9. They're seeming like they're much better at punishing that aggression, whereas Liquid, I feel like a lot of the time, were caught off guard by it. We'll see if they continue that trend, 100 Thieves, into the first gun round. As, that's where most of the aggression and bullying came out for Cloud9 against Liquid the other day. They again have boosted catwalk, so it seems like they want to try to take the same approach, but 100 Thieves are not interested in anything happening towards middle. They're going to go straight into this big site.
See, posts himself on the line with the AWP. This could be bad for 100 Thieves. Not flashed off. Great flick. OC's found 2 already. And 100 Thieves continue their charge, but they're going to go right into the AWP. Starting to look like he might be able to line up an ace, but he misses the shot onto Azza. So that falls apart. Even still, the round doesn't. Cloud9 have got it, and they're up to 8 with 4 players alive. And a double AWP retrieved.
I straight up saw that ace happening. I thought OC was going to pick them apart single-handedly, but then it was also the double car setup that caught them off guard. So after OC fell, they just didn't expect, I think it was Floppy in the corner, and JT coming in from window to clean things up as well. So it was just a solid hold, like just the movement from OC there was perfect.
It's going to be really bad news for 100 Thieves if OC does start to ramp up in this half as well with that AWP. We saw the shot that he hit with the scout through the mid doors earlier on. Now a triple kill looking really, really solid. And Cloud9 with a double AWP setup. I think this is where the half really starts to get difficult for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I think OC's got the better of the AWP duel, really. He's been in better form than Gratisfaction has as of late. So if he's able to leverage that form to have the superior performance on the AWP, it's going to be a big point in the favour of Cloud9 on an AWP-centric map like Dust2. Sonic hasn't been too bad on the secondary either. You got to give him credit where credit's due, and he does drop a nice nade onto Jacob in the meanwhile. 100 Thieves going quickly onto this A site.
Counter util comes out, Molly on the ramp to force the boys apart as MOTM just goes straight through, fully blinded, couldn't get over the line. Azza with the cover, keeps the boys alive now, and it's going to be OC and Floppy just looking to pack their bags as Floppy may just prod up short here. OC finding something through CT. 100 Thieves not going to give him a thing. They need to stabilize the economy, and 5 alive is the answer.
Yeah, 100 Thieves looking very solid on Dust2 here. You know, they haven't got many reps in the last little while, but they did very convincingly beat Chaos and also beat Team Liquid. So they're not too shabby on the map. I thought that they would lack a bit of match readiness in the officials when we got onto Dust2 here, and that Cloud9 would be able to get off to a pretty decent start. But it seems like 100 Thieves are pretty warmed up on this map. They've got a good idea of how to navigate their way through it from times gone past, and they're looking pretty switched on here. They don't want to be losing this series. This is a pretty instrumental series in the context of this NA Group of Pro League.
I do remember Renegades used to be a very good team on Dust2. They had some interesting strategies that would get them up short nice and safely. Some great utility usage, and it looks like that is going to be put in play again today.
Well, utility is unfortunately something that Cloud9's lacking a little bit in a round like this. And also cash. 100 Thieves have the much stronger economy right now. Contest on long. Grat just gets straight out there, anti-flash, and finds the first pick.
Oh, that's almost a freebie.
What?
MOTM unable to get that one over the line. It's Floppy with the double, so comes into trade, and that's going to be more than enough. C9 happy with the map control now, but still 3v3. This is going to favor 100 Thieves, and if they send it over towards that B site now, which is exactly where they're going, OC on the M4, 2 flashes and a smoke to play with. It's going to be rough for him. Sonic tries to find something through the smoke, but he's unable to lend a helping hand. But OC, he's pushed up a dark, and now might be able to posture for the retake. One onto Azza is going to be more than enough to give C9 that advantage straight back.
Yeah, he's done the right thing, gets himself out of the bomb site, so he's not collapsed upon by 3. Sonic, however, not prepared for JKS holding the rotate. Question is JKS ready for Floppy? And I think we can all find the answer for ourselves there. So it was OC that was able to do the work. But Cloud9, their hopes are resting on his shoulders. I don't think that he's got really much time here to make this happen, so he needs the freebie onto JKS, and he's got that back turn. Flash goes into the bomb site. Liaz knows where he's coming from, but OC picks up the pace, hits the headshot. What a flick, but he's only got the M4, needs to move quickly, and Liaz, he'll clutch it out for 100 Thieves. 13-8 is the scoreline, but boy, oh boy, too close for comfort.
He just wanted to work the timing on the peak, but he almost lost
Watch
his
this
life
second shot.
for it.
Oh, we don't get to see it from Gratisfaction's POV. I wanted to see how flashed he actually was.
Well, it looked like he was pretty flashed there, Jordan.
Yeah.
Couldn't see a thing, but still managed to connect. JKS, nice jiggle to pick up that second kill, and Liaz fortunate to be alive at the end. That, again, another costly one, 400 Thieves. But the money's still stable for now.
Oh.
All right, Jordan. Since you asked, mate, and we are just in an anti-eco, I'll let you know. How flashed was he?
Incredibly.
Pretty flash.
How did he even... He flicked that. He wasn't even, like, sitting on a
look,
line.
We're on the eco, but apparently... Okay, don't worry.
Look, Mac, don't get too far ahead of
C9
yourself.
did a bit of damage out mid there, or holding the mid push.
They got
but-
2 kills. Very cool. Very nice.
Well, it was a 3-on-3 for a second, Mitch, so...
Very cool.
He's
You
just
never
a
know. I
play-by-play
couldn't
caster.
see.
He just
I've
reads the
got
kill
bad
feed.
eyes. I've got bad eyes. I couldn't see in that little
No,
square
you're
in the
supposed-
bottom. I didn't know
supposed
what
to
was
say.
happening.
I'm
Observer is missing the kills.
I'm flashed. I'm flashed. 14-8 though, Mac, and we might not be seeing too much more of Dust2. So I appreciate your enthusiasm to watch it, because it's not going to last too much longer if 100 Thieves keep this pace up.
True. And OC has that AWP back in hand, and that's for C9 look most dangerous. Liaz, though, just edging on the smoke. Great flash coming out from Grat to allow him to find the first MOTM out of the mix, and unable to find anything else just yet. Jacob, he's actually gone down through that smoke at long, and now Grat's just looking for another pick over towards A.
Long control. It's actually Azza instead of JKS who is in towards that lower position this time around, so he's going to have to be the one to control the rotations, find those cheeky picks in the mid-round. 100 Thieves going back to something that worked for them before. Elevator smokes on the fly and trying to get across to the site.
Well, two crash hot here for 100 Thieves. They've already lost Azza and JKS is down to 15 HP. Bomb plant still yet to come through as well. Have achieved that at least. Cloud9 looking to make the retake happen with a lack of utility here. One flash, it's going to catch Stratisfaction. Not enough to blind him too much, but distracts him long enough. JKS and Liaz both stuck in the same spot. They're going to have to go down fighting here. Liaz in the clutch, and he deals with both. Headshots, bang, bang, and there goes Cloud9.
What that flick, it hurt my neck watching it. What's he done with his arm there, man? So happy to clutch it. Look at the smile on his face. That's the happiest I've ever seen Liaz.
He's kind of got that JKS vibe, doesn't he? Where if he pulls off a mad clutch, there's no emotion.
Even just in terms of the gameplay, even going back to Order, we used to say, man, this guy's like a mini JKS in the Oz region.
Yep.
And that's what you see, like a 2v4 or a 2v3 in the post plan where you've got JKS and Liaz alive. You're feeling pretty comfortable as an Aussie fan usually.
Yeah. I think Liaz gets a hard rap as well with the role that he has to fill here in 100 Thieves, because if he's the one that's let to survive late into the round, similar to what JKS is, there are opportunities for him like that to pull off these incredible clutches.
Well, look at this though, the aggression finally coming out from C9, and it's found the bomb, it's found the first pick, and this is looking dangerous now for 100 Thieves, but that's if C9 can reposition. JKS still here at lowers, denying any extra short aggression, and the timing favors Azza that time. Sonic going to be caught in midair.
Yeah, actually, now that they've lost that peak, I don't know if Cloud9 are necessarily in a good position. They haven't stayed active while Sonic was pulling all of that aggro, and now Modem feels like he has to go and find something that's happening because they're in a 4-on-4 split up all over the map, and unfortunately, he's getting punished for that. 100 Thieves now starting to walk up Catwalk, and you can see Cloud9, it's sort of like a snowball effect. They have to keep pushing because they're getting even further and further behind, and now probably OC is going to lose his life on Catwalk, the 1-for-1. Plus the flashbang thrown in there.
Yeah, JT might just catch JKS though, but never mind, too sharp. And it's going to go the way of JKS this time. Floppy tasked with what really seems like insurmountable odds now. Has to work his way into the bomb site, defuse without a kit, and find 3 kills. Not sure that's going to happen, particularly with JKS behind him. And that timer is ticking down ever quicker. Azza spots him out, tags him once. JKS for the wide swing, but it's not going to matter too much. Liaz drops down and finishes things off.